Let me start. Yep. So everybody understood this one? Probably for the demo, we will show another day about. I will look at the application. It might be Java itself, how to set up Java. But I'll look at the application, then I'll come back with the demo, how to set up and how and what is the requirement of setting up an environment variable. But how to do is here, which you will be able to do using these one line. What are all required line you wanted, you can add with export, and then this is the third line. You should be able to do that. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any other doubt from yesterday's class? Okay, if no doubt, then we'll proceed further.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, Kranti.
Sir, yesterday you said that what is difference between SBin and bin?
Yes.
SBin containing only admin comments. What is the mean by admin?
Okay. Kranti, you are able to see that user add is a command. Okay. And I'm trying to add a user one. And first of all, when I have logged in through test user and trying to add user add, it gave me this error, permission denied, user add. And after that, when I tried to run the same command using sudo, it reported that test is not in sudoers file. This incident will be reported. So there are two different error is coming. Okay, so why the error is coming? Let's say if you are in your Windows system and you are trying to create a user, but you don't have admin privilege, will you be able to create a user? Kranti, I'm asking you. Kranti, are you there? If you are saying something, you are on mute. Okay, I see somebody has capability to draw also, it seems. So let me stop that. Yep. Okay, so what I was saying is through Windows you will not be able to create a user because you creating and deleting user is admin's job, not a normal user job. Okay, so here the same thing we are able to see. First of all, we have tried to add a user using normal user, which gave us a denied. Second thing I will explain what is that. So let me log in through root. I need to give the password and then I will try to add user one. You can see that there is no error. So user has been added. So now let's see if once again I'm going to switch user from root to test and I will try to set the password for user one. Look, only root can specify a username. I cannot specify. So here it's saying that only root can specify this user one passwords. So it means that any other user password only root can change. I cannot change any other user password. So that's again the admin job. Or administrator should do that, not a normal user. Similarly, there are several commands which should run only by admins, not by the normal user. So I hope this is understood that what is admin command. A command which cannot be run by a normal user is called admin command. And list of those commands like normal administrator work, deleting, adding user, or any administration work which is going to affect the whole system, or maybe individual user also. So all those jobs are admin jobs. Okay, so let me go ahead and explain other things also. What is the other thing? Okay, sudo. What is sudo? Okay, sorry for the typo. Hmm. Sudo is a command which we use. Okay, there is a definition itself. You can see the definition. Sudo allows a permitted user to execute a command as a super user or another user, as specified by the security policy. So what is the meaning of it? Sudo allows a permitted user. So the meaning of this is there will be a list of user, or there can be a list of user who are all permitted to execute sudo command, and there can be list of users who are not supposed to execute the sudo commands. Now, what is sudo command? Sudo command will give you a privilege to execute admin commands from normal user itself. Okay, so this was the command. This was the command we were trying to run. Okay. This was user add user 2. This was the command we were trying to run. And currently we are trying to run through normal user, that is called test. And it gives us a deny. So now what I thought, like we can run with sudo user. So not sudo user, with using sudo we can run. What sudo will give us? Sudo will give us an privilege to run this admin command as a normal user itself. I'm still logged in into test, but I will be able to run this admin command by adding sudo. Okay. So when I'm running, it will ask for my user password. After I give the password, it will check whether I think it's default meeting goes for 30 minutes, it seems. The meeting is about to end within 10 minutes, it says. So for today, I think we'll be done in 10 minutes. As soon as meeting ends, I'll see what I can do from tomorrow onwards.
Sir,
Okay.
a normal user can do the with the sudo command.
Yes, normal user also can do the sudo command, but let me give the password here. Okay, let me complete what I was saying. Then maybe your question maybe get replied here. So as soon as I give the password here, it will check whether this test user who's trying to run this sudo command, whether the test user is in the sudoers list or not. Sudoers list is a list or is a group of user who does have privilege to run the sudo command. If that user is not in the list, it will complain you are not in the sudoers list. If the user is in sudoers list, it will run the command simply. So let me give the password. I have given the password. Password says wrong. Okay, I have given the password again. So it is saying that test is not in sudoers file. This incidence will be reported. So there are two methods to give a sudo privilege to a test user. So now you can see that test user does not have a privilege of sudoers. Of sudo. Okay, we got an error. So how we can add this test in the sudoers list, or how we can give the test sudo permissions? So there are two methods. First is user add -g space wheel is a group, and then user 1. But this command should be executed by super user, not by the user itself. Currently I'm logged in into as a test user. Okay, and I'm trying to execute. It will throw again an error. Oh, user 1 already exists, not user add. I think that command was group add, I think.
User mod, sir.
Okay, yeah, sorry, user mod, to modify a user. But I will not be able to use this command using this, because it says permission denied. So I need to switch my user to root. Thank you, whomsoever has told. Sometimes it takes time for me to remember the things. Okay, so now I have switched back to root user. And here, if I try to run the same command, user mode -G wheel space user 1. So Wheel is a group which gives us a privilege to run the sudo commands. So if you are a member of wheel group, you will be able to execute sudo commands. That is one method of getting the sudo privileges. Okay, let me press enter here. You can see that it does not give any error. Groups user one. You can see the groups also. Groups is a command. By running the groups command, you will be able to know that user one is a member of which are all groups. It's a member of user one and wheel. So now we need to concentrate on wheel. So let me exit and see whether or what are all changes we have done, whether it is getting executed or not. So this was the admin command we were talking about, and obviously normal user will not be able to do that. So let me do by using sudo. Last time we have seen that it was complaining that you are not in sudoers list. Now see, okay, sorry, we have added in sudoers list, we have added a user called test. Sorry, we have added a user called user one, not the test. So let us go back and add the test also, so that we can execute that command from there. Test. Now we'll switch user, sorry, we'll switch user to test. We'll switch back. Now I will execute the command user add user 2. Permission denied. Now we'll try to use same command using sudo. You can see that it did not throw any error. It means the sudo commands work perfectly and the test user is already in sudoers list. That was one method. Another method, we'll see that by using user one. Oh, we have added user one also in sudoers list. Okay, no problem. We have user two, which is newly created. Let us set the password for that also. Sudo psswd user two. Okay, so we'll log in through user two. Okay, and we'll try to add a we'll try to run an admin command user 3. So it says we don't have permission. So now we go back to root user, and after the going to root user, we'll modify a file /etc/sudoers. Here you need to find out a line. I'll tell you which line you are about to find out. Yep, here. Allow root to run any commands anywhere. So below to this line, you are required to add your user also. What was your user? User 2. The same whatever is written, you are required to write down everything. And then close this file. Sorry. Okay. So we have added the line in sudoers list for user 2. Now we will switch to user 2. Now we'll try to run the command, admin command. add user, and then user 3. It says permission denied. Now we can use sudo. It's asking for the password. We have given the password and it worked. You can see that. It did not throw out any error. It's not throwing any error. So there are two methods through which we have added the user into sudo's list. So I think it's going to end the session in a minute or maybe less than that. So after this session, we'll meet tomorrow and I will upload these videos. And I will discuss about the issues and the assignment maybe tomorrow, whomsoever has done, whomsoever has not done. And please remember everybody to submit the assignment today as well, the way you have submitted yesterday. Even though the topic